They go exercise, they cannot sweat. No sweat come out through the skin. Why? It's blocked. Okay, so just think of it. Remember, there's 55% good cholesterol needed on your skin membrane. Take a look at the baby. I mean, the baby, all baby, newborn baby have beautiful skin. And the skin is soft, okay? And according to all the studies, when the mother is pregnant, from the first day till the baby's 20 years old, okay, the first 20 years, all the baby fat come from the mother. In other words, the mother is responsible for giving all the good fat to the baby. And then from 30, 40, after 40 years old, your body would, the fat content in your body would drop, reduce 1% every year. So normally when you get to like 50 years old, 60 years old, you notice your skin is dry. And ladies will go and buy some good skin supplement and ointment to lubricate the skin. Now, children never need it because the skin is beautiful. They don't need body lotion. Why? The fat already enough. You know, today, so many young girls, and I give you warnings, if you are conscious of going on a diet, getting all the low-fat, non-fat food at such a young age, you will be deficient of fat, period. Whether it's bad fat or good fat, okay? Nobody has too many good fat except bad fat. So, but even when you don't have enough good fat, you better have some bad fat too, because you need it, okay? Now, another organ that very critical is the brain. By weight, the brain tissue is about 60% fat. Okay? Now, it should be good fat. But today, because we're not eating any good fat, every one of us suffering some sort of a mental deficiency. I mean, according to the World Health Organization, it's estimated about 10 years from now, 10% of the world population will suffer some sort of depression. And we all heard about the Alzheimer's disease explosion coming because the baby boomers, okay? And there was a newspaper early this year in Hong Kong mentioned about our brains are shrinking. And this is a fact. Imagine our brain needs so many fat and we're not even feeding ourselves with this type of good fat. It is shrinking every day, honestly. Now, when I was small, I remember my mom used to make me this cow brain soup. Because my mom wants me to have, smart, right? So I was taking those cow brain soup and it tastes good, very soft. Not knowing about, I guess when I grown up, and then people say, oh no, don't eat those brains. Those are too high cholesterol. You see? Too much animal fat in the brains. Now, put it this way. If I don't have good fat, I better get some bad fat too. So I guess maybe that's why I thank God my brain is functioning very well. You know what? I think the generation that I'm real concerned nowadays are the children's. You know what? In USA, about 2 years ago, the FDA has given the permission to doctors to prescribe mental drugs to children at 8 years old and up. And this is unheard of, okay? 8 years old children can take mental drugs. This is serious business. This is from our USA FDA statement. And in short 2 years, over 4 million prescription drugs has been given to children 8 years old and up. I mean, I'm sure it's happening all over the world. We hear so many autism kids, we hear so many overactive kids, and it's mainly hitting the boys. And it's a serious matter. And all I can tell you, I will try to touch on a little bit But think of it this way. The skin. Remember what I just said? Our skin membrane is 55% good cholesterol. You know how many people suffering some sort of skin disorders today? About 30%. Okay, about 30%. Probably more on the children area. Suffer eczema. I mean, the older people probably dermatitis. You name it. Even acne is part of it. You know, boils. I mean, many people suffering skin disorders. Dry skin. Okay? I tell you what. Think about when we're not eating any good oils, dry skin will come automatic. And now, because of worse, when someone's suffering skin problem, I tell you what, I discover it's relating to the brains too. Because I've been on the health business for over 20 years. I visit many homes that have children that have mental problem. And I normally will ask, give you one example. I met this Korean grandmother. She had 2 grandkids. One is 4 years old, one is 6 years old. Both of them have been diagnosed with nerve problem, mental problem. Okay, confirmed by the neurologist. And then when I met this grandmother, she asked me, is there anything to help the grandchildren? And I shake my head. I said, probably not. They're born with it. Then I only asked grandma, I said, how about your daughter? I mean, your daughter or your son-in-law, do they have any skin disorders? And the grandma kind of like shocked. And she answered me, her daughter has eczema during the teenagers. And then she got married at age 30. And you see the relationship? Skin problem and brain problem for the next generation. You know, your body works together. All the organs work together. When your skin don't have enough good fat, it's going to try to borrow from where? The biggest organ, your brain. Nowadays, people are so talking about stress. No, if your brain has good oil, we have stress from day one. So just go check around. If you have any friends, the kids are suffering this skin problem, just go ask the parents. Or anybody have cholesterol in the family. They're all related with bad oil. Okay? So, big thing. Because our brain is so lacking with good oil, I mean, you can see the oil, the fat matter in the brain is kind of hardened. You know, just like these, hardened fat. Today, people suffer a lot of pains, and these are chronic pains. Simple headaches, some sort of a pain on the joint, muscle pain, and then the pain won't go away. Instead of taking 1 aspirin, people take like 5 aspirins a day. It's very common now, and young people too. Why? Look at, I think for the past 30, 40 years, ever since McDonald's started business, Kentucky Fried Chicken started the business, they're a good business. I mean, French fry, popular. I think children with teeth already eating French fry. Potato chips. I mean, you think of it. We have been eating so much oxidated, bad oil food. They taste good, but watch out. So, people, you got to understand, your brain is the pain controller. I mean, you fall down or you cut yourself, you felt the pain. And it's the brain is the one that take care of it. So guess what? You go see the doctor give you some painkillers or you take some aspirin. It does work. The pain goes away. How? It goes into your brain and numb it. You know, kind of numb your brain tissue so that you don't feel the pain. That's it. All the healing comes from your own internal organ. The pain pill only give you temporary relief. It's not going to do you any good for long term. But guess what? In USA now, FDA is asking the drug company, please come up with some non-addictive painkillers pills. You know what? When you're on the pain pill so much, you become addicted. 1 pill won't work anymore, you take 5 pills. 5 pills won't work, you take 6 pills. And it's true. We all have to go to work. And you cannot go to work when you're pain. But it's up here though. So if you build your brain up with good oil, you take care of your brain, the nutrition-wise, your pain tolerance level will be increased. And your body will heal in 2-3 days. Okay? So I tell you what, big time. Alzheimer's disease, we all know. Now, enough just to tell you, share you the skin, is good oil, your membrane, every cell's in your body. Why we're eating all these bad oil? You probably say, hey, all the oils are selling in the supermarket. If it's bad, they wouldn't sell it. Well, I'm sorry. You just don't understand what kind of oil you're buying at the supermarket. Most of the oil, I would say, unless you shop in the health food. Otherwise, most of the supermarket oils you buy today, they are refined, they are oxidized. Okay, they are eating oils, but they're oxidated. They're processed, overly processed. You see, when I was young, I have to go. I'm 62 years old. When I was young, this is like back 50, 60 years ago, I would have to go buy oils for my mother. I could take the oil jug and then go to the shop, and they press the peanut oil, and then they fill up the oil in the jar, and they're freshly pressed. And it will be good for like about 1-2 months. Then after about 2 months, it is oxidated, it rancid, it smells. And then my mom would throw it away, and I had to go buy it again. Now today, we're all living in the city. We're a city person. Okay, we cannot afford to go buy pressed oil. And put it this way, no one even sell you pressed oil, freshly pressed, because it's not a profit-making business. So guess what the oil company do? They press the oil from the sesame or the peanuts and soybean, and then they have to deodorize it. They have to bleach it. They have to add preservative on it. So that when you buy a gallon